Alright, hi everybody, it's Bonkai922. I was really confused last night. Not last night, I mean the previous night, Friday. Because I did the whole fairy tale thing, which totally pissed me off. Got the chapters out of the way. But then I was looking for Yuusha. I couldn't find it. I was trying to find Maoyuu Maou Yuusha, and I couldn't find the episode. I was like, where the fuck is it? So I waited and waited and waited, and I was like, where is it? So I've been. It looks to me like there is no One Piece episode this week, which pissed me off a little bit to a point. But finally, I got it. I found out what happened. Okay, so This is episode 9.5. Now, this is a recap. And basically, I think the episode was called There's More to the Story Than Useless Flesh. Now, the next episode is going to be called, I think, Finally it's starting the preparations for that person or something like that. But, that's that. And basically this episode was pretty much just a flashback. I mean, a recap. A recap of the whole series. But I'm not really going to do a summary for this because it's a recap, but I will say this. There was something in this episode that I thought really clarified. This recap clarified a few things. Now, it's a recap, so I'm not really giving this a rating. I mean, it doesn't make sense to give it a rating when it obviously, you don't need to give it one. So instead, I'm going to give this a 3.5 out of 5. But I will say, even though I'm giving it 3.5 out of 5, it was interesting because it is pretty much a recap of everything that has happened from the beginning to when the older sister maid, had her thing with the mob, the getting whipped by the church. That's pretty much what they're recapping. But what I like they did, now this what was explained in this recap in the beginning was how the Demon King, how she was going to stop the war. And pretty much what it was that she was bringing in things to the world, to the winter country, to all these countries that have not been implemented yet. For example, the potatoes. That was something that was, because the whole point was that the whole reason for war and the whole reason for losing a war is if you lose the war, you suffer through starvation. And she's saying that if she implementing the potatoes, implementing all these different agricultural techniques will prevent, the war from going any further. It was steps to stop the war. And the other thing that was implementing that they explained was the whole thing with teaching. So the teaching of economics and politics and all those shit that she was explaining. And these were techniques that were like 500 years in the future kind of thing. And that's what the whole point was. That's why these techniques were supposedly, which it seems like it did, to stop the war. Now, and that's pretty much what happened in this episode. That's pretty much what happened. And overall, I thought this was done to a good extent. I mean, I saw a few people on, I think, Anime Avenue anime website there. They were saying, these two people wrote something. One guy wrote, seriously, there have been only 8 episodes of this anime, and they're already doing a recap episode. Sigh. And this show has its kind of flaws, if you will. But I really like it. I really like this show. I like the whole concept. I like the direction that they're going in. So yeah, it's a real innovative show. And I was talking to Henshin, I think, about this, and he was saying, "Oh, is it a harem? Is it this? It's that?" Well, it's not a harem. You can't call this a harem. There's no way you can call Yuusha, this anime, Maoyuu Maou Yuusha, a harem. You just can't. It just can't be done. It's action adventure, kind of thing. Now, as far as seeing as how this was a recap and seeing as how this is only 5 minutes and I already pretty much told you my thoughts and my rating, I might as well just briefly tell you what I believe is going to happen next. I have a feeling, and this is only because I read the manga of it, which they're like 3, 4, 5 different versions of the manga. And this is actually a light novel. From what I'm reading, from what I found out from the manga, with a few tidbits online, and what was illustrated in the intro, because the intro, the actual real intro, which wasn't shown in this episode, was shown in last week's episode. If you look closely in that intro, there's a part where the head maid is in this chamber and she's bleeding. There's a strong possibility, and it was another thing I forgot to mention in last week's episode review. There's this blue-haired, this blue-skinned guy who's involved as well. I don't know who he is. He might be a demon involved as well, so he obviously factors in. But what seems to me is that Mao, Demon King, the current Demon King, she might be taken over by whatever she's going through right now. And when she comes out of this chamber to meet the head maid, she might be evil. At least that's what it might seem. But whatever reason, how this goes, the next 3 episodes, which are the final episodes of this show, are going to be fantastic. You can bet on it. And it might have a pretty interesting ending. Now, that's pretty much it. It's like, it's so weird. I was debating, should I review this or should I just say no? It's a recap episode. I'm like, what do I do? I was thinking to myself, like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do? But I decided to go with the latter. I'll review it. Thoughts? No. Now, I might as well say this. I'm pretty sure everyone saw the stream. King of Lightning read the recent Fairy Tail chapter, and he said it out loud. He's done. He's dropping it. I don't want to bring this up during this review, but he's dropping it. That means, as far as really review it, it's me, Joten, who is reviewing it regardless, and Whirlpool. Those are the only 3 I can think of. But as far as I'm concerned, as far as Fairy Tail's concerned, chapter reviews, we'll see. I mean, I'll read it next week, and I'm gonna say, okay, what's gonna happen? We're gonna get something going on. Now that's the whole bit. But Yuusha was good. This was a recap episode. Like I said before, 3.5 out of 5. It was all right. Tell me what you guys think about my theory about the Demon King. Do you think she's going to come out of that chamber and kill the maid and attack the head maid? Or do you think something else? And that's all I got for you guys. So yeah, this is Bankai Night 22. Probably the shortest review I've done in a long ass time. But yeah, this has been Bankai Night 22. I'll see you guys later. We'll see how this show wraps up. Maoyuu Maou Yuusha. We will see. See you guys later.